Hey everybody, welcome back to the syrup evaporator, doing another test on it. I think it's number 4 or something. I've been modifying this bit by bit, trying to get a nice even heat gradient between the 3 hotel trays or food service trays, whatever you want to call them. A little recap. My first test, I had the fire the entire length of the firebox. The back was really hot and boiling like crazy, but the front was cold. So I played around with it a bit, and this is what I have now. Fire in the front and then some blocks in the back to direct the flames and everything up over the last pan. And I also raised up the grate here. It's on 2 bricks on edge. You see it's about the same height as this cinder block. My previous test was pretty similar to this, except it was only on 1 brick, so the fire was a little bit lower, and it was also shorter. This length here was less, about like that, maybe half even. And it just wasn't enough heat to really get everything boiling. I want a lot of heat. That's what you need. You don't need to simmer the sap. You need to really boil it just to drive off all that water. So this is more fire, more heat. It's higher up, so we'll get more flame right against the front tray. Before, I had the most heat in the middle tray because I think the flames were just kind of going right back and not going up enough and hitting the front tray. So hopefully this will work a little better. And everything else is the same, the chimney arrangement and the bricks on the side and all that. So let's get this fire going and some water in the trays and see how it goes. Okay, so I just fired it up a minute ago, and I had these front cinder blocks off and smoke came out, but once I tucked them in, everything started coming out of the stack pretty quick. It's gone already. There was a little bit of smoke seeping out from between the bricks and such, but not really anything anymore, so that's good. Another one of the issues I had was too much smoke just billowing around, and you don't want too much smoke around the sap because it'll give your syrup a smoky flavor. And you can see some flames licking out there between the trays. That's not ideal. Hopefully once the exhaust stack gets a little hotter, it'll help draw the flame. And you can see some smoke coming out now. But hopefully once the draft gets a little better, it'll pull the flame away from coming out between gaps like that. So this has only been going for about 5 minutes, and we already got some steam going on there in all 3 trays. The front is the most, and then middle and the least, and bubbles too, of course. I think part of the reason, I'm kind of doing 2 variables at once, part of the reason I think I got this water so hot so quick is that I had some leftover cedar. We're putting cedar on the side of our sauna here, and I had some leftover cedar that I split, so that obviously burned really nice and fast. I also have some regular hardwood that I split. I will be using pine and spruce, whatever, softwood. I got plenty of it in slab wood form over there. So I guess it's accurate, although not entirely similar to the other tests, but it's picking up heat pretty good. All 3 trays have roughly the same amount of water. I'm still just not happy. You can see maybe that's steam coming from the bricks, I don't know, because it's been rained on and they're wet. I'll have to stick my nose in there and smell it, because I really don't want smoke and stuff coming out the side here. I might redo this and move the blocks away so the pans are sitting on their edge, on this top edge, on the cinder block rather than sitting on the bottom. I really think this is the best test yet. It's been 10 minutes from dead cold well water, and we got a full rolling boil. You can see that through the steam. And the back tray is definitely the coolest. That's alright, that can be the warming tray. Well everyone, I'd call that just about a perfect success. Very happy with it. So, an overview. The fire grate, I lifted up a bit. So, basically the distance between the bottom of the pan and the fire grate is the height of 2 cinder blocks. I think these are 6 or 8 inches tall. So that's a good height. The depth of the firebox is 1.5 cinder blocks. Again, I can't remember the dimensions of a cinder block, but the end of the fire grate ends about in the middle of the middle tray. And then I just put in cinder blocks and bricks back there to take up the dead space, to kind of mimic an actual boiler, whether it's a sap boiler, evaporator, or like a steam boiler. You have a firebox in the front, and then the fumes and flame and everything will go horizontally through, or over, and then up and out the chimney. So that's what I mimicked there with some bricks in the back, and that worked out pretty well. The fast burning wood, I think, also definitely did something. Burned really hot, really fast, died down really quick. So that's definitely going to be the stuff to use. The split up hardwood, that'll burn okay too, but just not quite the same. Still not sure how happy I am with all these gaps here. The bricks don't really cut it. They sort of do something, but not as well as I'd like. So I'm going to think about it. I might just run it like this, or I might do something slightly different. I might have 2 bricks, one here and then one right on top of it. Yep, quick little test after I put the fire out. I put 2 bricks on their side on top of each other, and I think that's perfect. It only raises the tray up, an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Insignificant amount, but seals nice on the edge. Just got to use nice clean bricks. Some of my bricks have they've seen some better days, so I'll just get some nice bricks, 2 on top of each other all the way down, and I think that'll be just right. 10 minutes basically between lighting the fire and a full boil in 2 of the trays, and a good simmer in the back tray, and I think that's pretty good. So maybe you'll see another video if I perfect this a little more or play with it a little more, and if not, I'll meet you back here in the spring, or well, I guess late winter, whatever you want to call it, and we'll tap some trees and make some syrup. The last thing I'm going to do, this is not the permanent location for it. It's a fairly flat spot where I decided to set up the test, but I'm going to measure these dimensions, find a spot in the yard that I like, and get it dead flat. I'm going to use a level, use a tamper to tamp everything nice and hard and flat. Hopefully I'm going to do that before the ground freezes, and set this up before the ground freezes, so everything's ready to go in February or March or whatever. March, I guess. I'm not sure. I'll have to pay attention a little more. But that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope maybe you'll make some delicious maple syrup on your own too. Thanks for watching, everybody, and come on back for more.